The following program is for adult audiences only.
Hey, this is Alonzo Bowden, and you are listening to Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
And we're back.
Hey, is this shit crooked or what? You know what? Fuck it.
I think this is you. You're crooked.
How's it going? We're back. Back after. We're coming to the end of Native American Heritage Appreciation Month. So that's
there you go.
That's what they took away Thanksgiving, boys, and they gave us Native American Heritage Appreciation Month. I'm sure they invented something, right? We gotta pull up a something they invented, of fucking some kind of something we use. Not like the iPhone or like fucking the internet or cars or clothing or something. I'm sure it was something, dude. It was something, dude. I'm sure.
What modern... shut up.
Fucking fish trap.
What modern invention did Native Americans invent?
You'd want to be like fucking like tobacco. It's like, I'd give that to Marlboro.
Syringes and hypodermic needles.
Fuck, that's not good.
And chewing gum.
All right. That's a legacy. Okay, well, thanks.
Hypodermic needles and chewing gum.
Hypodermic needles.
And chewing gum.
Well, all right, and
I
chewing
am
gum.
chewing gum at the moment.
And I know where to get some hypodermic needles.
All right, let's jump right in. Boy, we had some good shit. I was going to bring this up last podcast, but I forgot to look it up. So, I'm like, that's good.
I got some national news finger on the pulse today that I'll bring up if Johnny didn't already bring it up.
Oh, okay.
So, there you go.
Well, we'll see. So, shut your butt up. Fistfight nearly breaks out during Senate hearing until Bernie Sanders steps in.
Oh, fucking Bernie's playing refs, huh?
Yeah, did you see that?
No, I did not. But
yeah, it was pretty good.
Man.
One dude was a Ben Affleck looking fucking dude, and the other guy was like, did you watch that show, The Commish?
Congress? No.
Yeah. Did you watch that show, The Commish? I think it was Michael Chiklis.
I know who Michael Chiklis is.
Yeah, so you have Michael Chiklis versus Ben Affleck.
All right, dude.
Oh, there you go. The funny thing is the Ben Affleck guy, I think, would have beat the fuck out of...
Well, at least they're getting something solved in government, you know?
Well,
that's how we got to get it done.
The Ben Affleck guy was a former MMA fighter. So it's like, well,
what the fuck? I mean, what could they possibly be arguing over? Give the money to the Jews. Don't give the money to the Jews. Who cares? We're not getting the money. You're not getting the money. Who cares what they're doing with the money? I mean, they're not figuring anything out. It's probably a big dick measuring contest. It doesn't really like, what are you going to do? Beat him up and then he's going to what? Still not vote for you? Like you don't have to vote. But let's hear what happens.
Says tensions erupted on Capitol Hill on Tuesday after a fistfight nearly broke out in a Senate hearing and a Republican congressman accused former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy of assaulting him. In a Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee hearing, an argument almost turned into a fistfight between GOP Senator Markwayne Mullin of Oklahoma and the president of the Teamsters Union, Sean O'Brien. The exchange occurred when Mullin, a former MMA fighter, recalled an interaction he had with O'Brien in June on Twitter, now known as X. At the time, they discussed engaging in an MMA fight for charity after they had gotten into a heated back and forth at a previous congressional hearing. Mullin read aloud O'Brien's original tweet at the hearing Tuesday. Greedy CEO who pretends like he's self-made, in reality just a clown and a fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
That's it, dude. The jig is up. Put your fucking hands up, bud. I guess we're fighting.
The tweet also said hashtag little man syndrome and showed a photo of Mullin at a debate where he was standing on a pedestal at a podium. Mullin then said of the hearing, "Sir, this is a time, this is a place. You want to run your mouth? We can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here." "Okay, that's fine. Perfect," O'Brien said. "You want to do it now?" Mullin replied. I'd love to do it now, O'Brien said. Then stand your butt up, said Mullen. You stand your butt up, said O'Brien. Mullen then stood up, and the committee's chairman, Senator Bernie Sanders, stopped the altercation from happening, yelling at Mullen, "Stop it. No, sit down. You know you're a United States Senator." I say fuck it. Let him work it out that way.
Mr. Sanders, I'm an ass kicker first. I'm a United States Senator second. And that's how it goes, all right?
Right?
When I wake up in the morning, I'm an ass kicker. When I put on the suit, I'm a senator. All right? That's how it goes. One of these things goes before the other. I'm only a senator because I wake up every morning as an ass kicker. All right? And that's how it goes. Come on, Bernie Sanders. Stop pussifying the fucking Senate. I want to see somebody get beat up.
Right?
Come on, man.
This is the entire episode devolved, and Mullen and O'Brien called each other names not normally heard in committee hearings, but they did not get physical. The two appear to conclude their exchange by agreeing to have coffee together.
Yeah, coffee, dude. Fucking game on.
Uh-huh. On the other side of the Capitol, Republican Tim Burchett, Republican from Tennessee, who voted to oust McCarthy, Republican from California, as Speaker last month, said that McCarthy had elbowed him in the kidneys while Burchett was speaking to reporters in a hallway. Burchett said he believed it was intentional, telling reporters, "Oh, it was 100% on purpose, ma'am. What are the chances? 435 members of Congress, 8 of us voted against him. I'm the one who did it. I'm one of them who did it. He publicly called me out." Burchett said that he chased after McCarthy to confront him, and the former speaker didn't know that Burchett was talking about. McCarthy denied that he attacked Burchett, telling reporters, "If I'd kidney punched him, he'd be on the ground." Republican Matt Gaetz, Florida, who spearheaded the push to oust McCarthy, filed a complaint to the House Ethics Committee about the incident. Gaetz did not witness the incident himself, but anyone can file a complaint. Asked about the ethics complaint, McCarthy said, "I think ethics is a good place for Gaetz to be." A spokesman for Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell seemed to react to both incidents on X. "Today is another example of why Congress shouldn't be in session for 5 weeks straight. Weird things happen." How many of us go fucking 52 weeks a year at our job? They can't go 5 fucking weeks without getting in a fight. I don't fight anybody, and I work fucking 52 weeks a year, man.
Johnny.
Not that I don't want to.
I'm not saying that it's not difficult to go 5 weeks without fighting the guy. It is very difficult. I
Don't trust me.
I mean, it's... My question is, who's this tattleteller? We used to have fucking duels.
Right.
Duel him. That's it. I want a swordsman duel. Abraham Lincoln almost chopped the motherfucker's head off with a fucking long sword one time. I'm fucking talking duel, buddy. Like, he fucking elbowed me in the back. Oh, you crybaby. You're on the bench. You're out of the Senate on my... Was it a Republican crying about it too?
Probably.
That's crazy. You guys are supposed to be like, yeah, we like guns and punching shit. I don't hear you crying. I don't hear you tattletelling, motherfucker, dude. I don't care about that. Fuck it. I think we ought to demote him. Make that other guy that wants to fight and be president. Fucking A. We need
right? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Take charge, dude.
I'd like somebody who wants to throw a fucking punch, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yep, absolutely. This is a good one. 82-year-old allegedly killed by caretaker hours after cops ignored cries for help.
Ooh, he choked shit out that bitch.
That's fucking cops for you. Said just 4 hours after a bedridden 82-year-old woman in New Mexico frantically told cops she feared for her life, she was shot and killed by her caretaker, according to police and a report. The caretaker, Henry Cardona, called officers to the Rio Rancho home, urging them to take his elderly charge out of the house, KOAT Action 7 reported. She's a hospital hospice patient, and she's uncontrollable. I can't control her anymore. She needs for her own safety. Get her the hell out of here, he said in audio contained by KOAT7. The patient, Junan Fannel, then told the 911 operator that there were guns in the home and that she felt unsafe. Officers arrived and chatted with Cardona about guns, confirming the caretaker had loaded weapons. I like folks that have guns, one officer told him, according to the clip. They then stood by while the worker had a disturbing exchange with the older woman, a video obtained by KOAT shows. Cardona said something, inaudible on the video, to Junan Farrell, who replied, "What did you say?" I said, "You're fine until I kill you," Cardano answered. All right, he's threatening to do that, Fannell told officers. Instead of taking action, the cops left after Cardano told them, "Get out of here now, go away," the recently released footage from the April 5th encounter revealed. Hours later, Cardano began screaming that he had killed Fannell, according to a neighbor's 911 call. Police found Cardano covered in blood when they returned to the home, and prosecutors charged him with murder. But Cardano blamed police for Fannell's death, the body cam footage shows.
How did they blame the police, man?
For not taking him or the guns or something? I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't know. Fuck, I'm all for blaming the police, man. But, fuck, man. And also, I think maybe a little overkill here, man. It says bedridden and hospice.
86 years old?
You just gotta not water her. Just
pillow would have done.
Dude, just shut the door. No water. Couple, 3-4 days, dude. Done. Gee.
If that.
Yeah, why you gotta make it? It's fucking messy, man. I mean, I'm not saying some old broad doesn't deserve one that a chaps.
It's gonna be messy after fucking a couple days of not fucking feeding and watering her
Once
too.
that thing starts cooking up, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
Jesus
already
Christ.
on hospice, dude. Like, fuck, dude. Bullets are expensive, man. You could just shut the door.
I mean, the guy was old too. I don't know how old, but he wasn't a young guy either.
And I mean, like, what the fuck are the police gonna do? Come in and take all the guns away from these people? Are either of them felonious felons? I don't think so. I don't know. Again, I'm not really. Everybody thinks threatening is like that big a deal. I don't know. I mean, anybody says anything. I mean, unless you show up at my house, I'm not. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's threatening. So it's like, oh yeah, he said he's gonna kill her. I'm sure today. He also said yesterday and the day before and the day before. What the fuck does that matter? Yeah, what the fuck does that mean, man? Like, I don't know. Shit doesn't get real until it's real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fuck him. Well, that bitch is dead. They're gonna send that old ass man to jail too, probably. Huh?
Probably, yeah.
Murdered her.
I would assume.
That's it, man. Fuck it.
Today's episode brought to you by Fizz.
They fucking aren't paying.
This is a raspberry zest with extra raspberry puree.
And let me tell you something, a little secret about those fuckers. They're owned by the Mormons. So that temple, it's all from those sody pops. Think about that. That's Jesus' money in those sody pops. That's Jesus in that cup. All right. Or wait, do the Mormons believe in Jesus? It's the Jews that don't believe in Jesus.
Fuck if I know.
Fucking one of them.
The Book of Mormon is what they believe.
That's it.
Joseph Smith.
That's it. He's fucking. Yeah. He's their Jesus. So everybody's got one. What's the Irish? Is this fucking leprechauns or something? Everybody's got a fucking Jesus. You know, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Something that warmed my heart, Anthony.
What it is?
I love to hear it. I heard it last night. It was fucking wonderful. Derek Chauvin, former officer convicted in George Floyd's killing, stabbed in prison, authorities say.
This is what I was going to bring up. I'm glad you brought it up. They got him. They didn't kill him.
No.
Oh, man. We got to get into it. Let's hear about it.
Yep. Give me just 1 second. I'm moving this other shit over, so.
Got him.
Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer who was convicted in the 2020 murder of George Floyd, was stabbed Friday in a federal prison in Arizona. The Office of Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison has confirmed. The Attorney General's office, which prosecuted Chauvin in the Floyd case, said early Saturday that it was notified of the assault and told Chauvin is in stable condition. I am sad to hear that Derek Chauvin was the target of violence. I'm not.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about that pig?
Ellison said, according to the statement provided to CNN. He was duly convicted of his crimes, and like any incarcerated individual, he should be able to serve his sentence without fear of retaliation or violence. An incarcerated individual was assaulted at the Federal Corrections Institute in Tucson at approximately 12:30 p.m., the Bureau of Prisons said Friday. Responding employees initiated life-saving measures, fuckers, for one incarcerated individual, and that person was transferred to a hospital for treatment, the Bureau said in a release. No employees were injured during the incident, the release said. The stabbing was first reported by the Associated Press and then the New York Times. Chauvin was assaulted at the medium security prison while serving 2 concurrent sentences in Floyd's murder. In April 2021, Chauvin was convicted on state charges of second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. He was sentenced to 22 and a half years in prison. Months later, Chauvin pleaded guilty to federal charges of depriving Floyd of his civil rights and was sentenced to 21 years in prison.
Well, they don't say that. I mean, and it's a bummer too. They don't fucking show the dude who stabbed him. I mean, man, we'll put something on somebody's book.
Yeah, right.
They don't show the dude.
Can we get a name?
Yeah, what do you mean? Like, and I want to know, like, did he slash him? Did he stab him? Where did he get him? Armpit, through the lung? Who knows? They took him. They said he's stable. That's all I'm wondering.
Damn it.
And not only that, but I mean, obviously he was going to get stabbed. I love how all these fucking police, man, they act like they don't know what's going to happen. There's two ways to get through prison. You can start sucking dick, or you could join a gang. He's been a police officer. He's not allowed to join the gang. So you gotta start sucking dick, or somebody's gonna fucking stab you. That's it. You can't be an ex-pig and go into a prison because you can't join a gang. He damn sure can't join a white gang. He's an ex-cop. No, sir, you're not allowed. So what are you gonna do? You better solitary up, you PC up, motherfucker, because we're gonna stab you. I mean, I'd have fucking stabbed him. What do you mean? He's a free stabbing. You want to make some bones on the yard. You're like, man, somebody think I'm tough. I'm going to stab that pig over there. Yeah, what do you mean you're not even going to get in trouble? Like by another gang. Mm-hmm. You really, normally, I would think if you're in a prison situation, you're like, man, I got to make some street cred in here. You don't want to stab the wrong guy, end up start launching a war, bro. Who knows? Maybe you're trying to show off. Maybe you're trying to get into a gang. You accidentally stab one guy. He's a communicator. Who knows what happens? You know that pig. He's free game, dude. It's like a jackrabbit. Dude, he knows this open season on that motherfucker, man. I mean, come on. I'm surprised it took this long.
Right?
He's been there for like a year already.
Yeah.
Man,
about 2 years. Yeah.
But I mean, I was thinking he's probably going to sit in the fishbowl for 90 days. The minute he hits Gen Pop, if he doesn't PC up, man, they're going to stab him. And, I mean, it took a whole year. I'm just wondering, it took so goddamn long.
Yep.
Where'd he go to prison? Because, I mean, it probably wasn't that crazy of a prison. This is crazy. I mean, he should have been stuck months ago. I'm thinking, man, good night.
Yeah, it was Arizona medium security.
See, medium security, man. It's probably why it took so long to get stabbed. Nobody wanted to have to leave medium and go to a maximum.
Right.
That's what's going to happen to that dude. Now he's got to do now he's got to do a good portion of the rest of his time in max for stabbing a pig, which now I understand stabbing a guy's like not allowed. But he's an ex-cop. I mean, I don't know. He's probably an informant. Like you can't there's no way that guy survives in jail or in prison anyway. I mean, you can't trust him to be with the other inmates. None of these other inmates can trust this guy. He's a police officer. He's going to be tattletelling. I mean, anything. We're not going to be on our best behavior when the motherfucking guards aren't looking because this policeman's on the tier. I don't care what he said. Oh, I'm not going to say nothing. Yeah, the fuck he is, man. You're right. He ain't going to say nothing because he ain't going to be in my block. Get this motherfucker. Roll him up out of here. We ain't going to be around here. It's crazy. A year. I mean, if I was him, I'd count that as a win. Now you gotta survive like 24 more stabbings, dude. You're good, dude. Right. It's a numbers game for you, Mister. It's like, all right, you got 24 left. You got one down. Now another year, heal up. You better start eating that cream of wheat in there, all that diet loaf and shit. You better start eating that shit because you're gonna get another one here in about another year. You're gonna have to heal up. Maybe they'll leave him in the medium security. Hopefully they don't transfer his ass. Maximum, dude, you're lasting a couple weeks, dog. You better put him in a DUI camp if you don't want him getting stabbed or something. You gotta put him with people that aren't real criminals. You can't put him with real prisoners. They're gonna stab the shit out of him. Yeah, come on, man.
Nope.
But I don't put him back in there. Fuck it, throw him back.
Catch and release.
Yeah, he lived. Throw him back. Fuck it.
So, another heartwarming tale. Supreme Court rejects conviction appeal from Derek Chauvin in George Floyd's murder.
He appealed it? You're never getting out, man. You got to survive some more stabbings, man. You got to prove that you went through your punishment. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah. It says the Supreme Court on Monday rejected former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin's appeals of his conviction for second-degree murder and the killing of George Floyd. The justices did not comment in leaving in place state court rulings affirming Chauvin's conviction and 22.5-year sentence. Chauvin's lawyer argued that their client was denied a fair trial in 2021 because of pretrial publicity and concerns of violence in the event of an acquittal. Floyd, who was black, died on May 25, 2020, after Chauvin, who was white, pressed a knee on his neck for 9.5 minutes on the street outside a convenience store where Floyd tried to pass a counterfeit $20 bill. A bystander video captured Floyd's fading cries of "I can't breathe." Floyd's death touched off protests worldwide, some of which turned violent and forced a national reckoning with police brutality and racism that is still playing out. Chauvin is separately appealing his conviction on federal civil rights charges.
Man, I hate to, like, that's the thing too. It's like, man, I wish we would stop making this a race thing, bro. This is an income level thing, man. This is because that dude was poor and he thought he could get away with killing him. I don't even want to say it had anything to do with him being black. I mean, do we even have any? I mean, we don't even have any real hard evidence that this dude's a black, like a anti-black guy or some sort of fucking KKK dude, some racist guy. Like, he's just a fucking policeman, and policemen don't care about poor people, and they don't mind killing poor people. So I'm pretty fucking excited that he went and talked about, oh, I got a fucking, I didn't get a fair trial. You know, every time I've been looking at a judge, never been a fair trial. I never met that dude. I don't know why he thinks he's allowed to tell me I'm not allowed to do what I'm fucking doing. I don't recognize the authority of these courts. They attempt to limit my power. Fuck you. I'm the king in this motherfucker. I'm emperor of the Americas. I'm not going to listen to this fucking guy. He's wearing a dress. I showed up. I'm wearing pants. I got fucking spiffy shoes on. Did my hair. This guy's wearing fucking glasses. Stinking breath. Fucking dress. And he's going to tell me I'm going to jail. Fuck him. See him at the DMV like he's a regular guy. No, sir. It's never fair. The judicial, it's not fair. I don't see how you can be a police officer who's subjected people to this disciplinary action and to this unjust system of justice, and you're going to be like, well, it wasn't fair for me. It wasn't fair for anybody that you handcuffed. Nobody you handcuffed got truly seen as innocent, was truly innocent until proven guilty, and then legally incarcerated justly. It never fucking happened. You want to know why? Because you locked them up right when you put handcuffs on them. You kidnapped them. They're innocent until proven guilty. That's fucking crazy that you just get thrown in jail until you're guilty of a crime. Because, like, some fucking policeman just says, like, you did it. Fuck him. What do you mean? You know how many fucking... Back before I knew most of these guys were murderers, you know how many fucking cops I knew that did drugs? You know how many cops I know now that do drugs? I just don't talk to these motherfuckers, man. Like, there's not a lot of cops out there that aren't on cocaine, man. There's not a lot of people out there that aren't on cocaine. There's certainly nobody out there that's not high on pot other than Johnny. That's it, bro. Like, all these cops are doing, they're drinking and driving. You got dudes getting beers with the badge on. Get the fuck out of here, man. They're just regular dudes. So the fact that they, like, hook you and book you and throw you in a cage before anything happens, and they're like, and we're going to keep you fucking here forever unless you plead guilty, then you'll have to stay for 6 months. It's like, how is that the fucking rules? And they're like, no. I want to pay to get out. Oh, $100,000. Well, of course the fucking place is full of poor people. It costs $100,000 to get out. There ain't no rich motherfucker sitting in there. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't fair for me. It's not fair for anybody, bitch. Yeah, you better get used to getting stabbed, motherfucker. It ain't fair for nobody. Get the fuck out of here. Good riddance. Lock them up. Leave me alone.
So our last story is about someone that Anthony mentioned last week.
Oh, tell me it's about my boy.
Blade Runner Oscar Pistorius granted parole 10 years after killing girlfriend on Valentine's Day.
Boom! Man, can you believe that? Let me tell you what fame will bring you. Fame will bring you 8 years on a cold-blooded murder case. That's what fame will bring you. The most famous paralyzed runner in the world. Is that what he's the fastest legless runner in the fucking land or some shit? Man, only did 8 years for killing that bitch.
10.
Cold blood.
10
I
years.
think didn't he spend 2 of them in like a regular jail though, waiting trial and shit? I thought he only did
maybe
8 years in prison. So either way, dude, are you kidding me? Less than a 12er on like, he shot her like 5 fucking times. Totally insane. Let's hear about it, man. I can't believe he got off.
It says former South African track star Oscar Pistorius had been granted parole more than 10 years after murdering his girlfriend, model Reva Steenkamp. The Olympic athlete, 37, who earned the nickname Blade Runner for the futuristic carbon fiber prosthetics he used for competitions, had been sentenced to 13 years and 5 months after he was convicted of murdering the TV reality star in the early morning hours of Valentine's Day 2013. On Friday, the Department of Correctional Services in South Africa granted him parole, effective January 5th. He will be subject to conditions, including that he not leave the area of Pretoria where he is set to live without permission from authorities. Pistorius will also attend a program to deal with his anger issues and will have to perform community service. Pistorius's parole conditions will be in place for 5 years, the Department of Corrections said. Serious offenders in South Africa must serve at least half of their sentence to be eligible for parole, which Pistorius has done. Pistorius testified at his murder trial that he killed Steenkamp by mistake, thinking she was a dangerous intruder hiding in his bathroom in the middle of the night when he fired 4 times to the door with his licensed 9mm pistol.
What the fuck?
Prosecutors agreed that Steenkamp, 29, had fled to the toilet cubicle during a late-night argument, and Pistorius killed her in a rage. Pistorius was initially convicted of culpable homicide, a charge compared to manslaughter, for killing Steenkamp. That conviction was overturned, and he was convicted of murder after an appeal by prosecutors. They also appealed again an initial sentence of 6 years for murder, and Pistorius was ultimately sentenced to 13 years and 5 months in prison. The disabled athlete, the first to compete against able-bodied men, was also hailed as the most inspirational figure in sports. But that image was shattered when he fired 4 shots into a bathroom stall in his Pretoria home in an upscale gated community, killing Steenkamp, his girlfriend of 3 years.
That doesn't mean he didn't win the medals. doesn't mean he's not fast as fuck. You know what's a bummer is that there was no foot chase. That's what I really like. Say the cops show up and he just fucking takes off like that movie fucking with Will Smith, I, Robot, and just fucking, you know, like, man, come on. Tell me why can't we get the white Bronco chase for Pistorius, right? Why can't he take off running? I don't know. It's crazy, dude. That's the kind of judicial system we need to take some examples from, dude. 13 years on a murder? That's nothing. And only 6, you only got to do 6.5, 7 for parole? Hey, you can murder 4 guys in a lifetime and still, like, you know, get out. That's crazy. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
When I initially heard about this, I thought it was like, probably just like he's got great lawyers and shit. But it's like, no. You only got to do 13. You catch a body, do 13 years in Africa. That's crazy. I mean, I guess they don't really give a shit if you die out there. America seems to really care. You could get a lifetime in prison for killing an 86-year-old woman. It's fucking nuts. There, you kill a 20-year-old working man. 6 years.
Well, in Brazil, I can't remember. I think it's 10 years. That's all you get for murder in Brazil. That's the maximum sentence. 10 years.
That's why they're murdering everyone.
You're only gonna get 10 years, so fuck it.
Fucking Louis C.K.'s got a joke out there. Something about the fucking the only reason we don't have a bunch of murders is because it fucking sucks getting caught murdering. That's an exact quote. I'm not stealing his bit, but yeah, for sure, dude. Look, lower the fucking penalties. 10 years, dude. We'll have fucking 25% reduction in staff in the country here. We're pretty well staffed right now here in America. America's pretty well staffed. We could lose 25%. That's I was just saying. That lowers the penalties in prison too, because I think those guys aren't like real people anymore. Because they gotta sell their rights away, you know, for like top ramens and shit. So I don't know. Maybe you get 10 years for that guy. Maybe you get 4 or 5 for an inmate, dude. That means you can clean the streets. Fucking hey, man. Lower the tax. We could balance the budget. We could. Who knows, man? I hope the guy doesn't shoot another lady, man. That was pretty clearly like not an intruder.
Yeah.
But fuck.
Sure.
Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if all you're gonna get's fucking 10 years, just admit that you fucking did it and why you did it.
Why?
Yeah. Why go through all the bullshit? Just be like, yep.
If the charge is 10 years and I only got to do 5 to get out. I'm not even going to complain about it. Take me in, copper. You got me.
I did it.
Here's the gun. I'm going to get another one when I get out. Don't worry. I got another one at the house.
Yeah.
What's the charge on that? A couple weeks? I don't give a shit. What's it?
Yeah. So stupid.
Man, letting them out. Let out the murderers. Except for the cop ones. Keep those ones in.
So, not really a story, just something that I found out last night. So, I didn't know that Kim Kardashian has a line of like underwear and shit and bras and stuff like that. So she has one. It's a nipple bra. So it has fucking nipples built into it. So if you want to look like you're cold all the fucking time.
Dude, I seen some shit like that.
So dumb.
Let me tell you what. I know we're always talking about stolen valor. All right, when guys are wearing fake military uniforms. I want some stolen valor for bitches wearing fake nipple piercings. All right? Because that shit's a real hustle. Okay? It's really terrible. These bitches got stick-on fake pierced nipples now. That's absolutely insane. Fuck you. I'm sick of tattoo cream, numbing cream. I'm sick of fake piercings, and I'm sick of fake nipple rings, man. Get real. Get real. Buy the ticket, take the fucking ride. I'm tired of that bullshit.
Yeah, but I thought it was funny. I looked it up today.
For sure, it's because that bitch don't ever wear a bra.
Well, so she had an ad on Instagram, and she's talking about climate change and all this, and so I'm looking at the comments on this fucking Instagram video, and they are slamming the fuck out of her for joking about climate change and shit. Like, everyone was fucking pissed.
Dude, the COP28 just went off, dude, and they're like, yeah, if we don't fucking cool this bitch down, dude, it's gonna burn up.
Dunzo bunzo.
That's the end of the line. And she's just like, fuck it, I got plastic fake nipples. Stick them on your tits. Get the fuck out of here,
It's just built in the bra.
I want to know, how much recycled trash are those made out of? Because they are trash. Now they're trash. So she could have used trash to make trash. However, she didn't. She just made more trash out of probably viable stuff. We could have made soda bottles or any other plastic shit out of that. Instead, she's going to fucking cut some jokes and make like some fake bullshit. I don't know, man.
Well, plus all the carbon emissions from making them and shit.
I think it's
so
absolutely ridiculous.
Fucking make light of global warming and add to it at the same time.
Didn't we... I'd seen that fucking, there was one, there was like these protests, and they said, like, no more billionaires. I don't support it when it comes to fuckers that are making shit like rockets. But when we're millionaires off fake nipples, dude, we're done. No more million, quadrillion motherfuckers off of fake nipples. Rockets or time machines. That's it. If it's not that, no more $1 billion. You can't have it, dude. Rockets or time machines. And that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think what else do you need? I mean, rockets take you to space. Time machine, take you to another planet. We're good.
All right, and that's it. So we're gonna get the fuck out of here. We'll see you next week. New podcast starting every Tuesday at 8 a.m. or hear previous episodes anytime.
Come on back every week, C-Sweet Poppy. I got what you need.
You can email us at who'stalkingshh@gmail.com. That's 3 H's.
That's it. Email me. I want to read your shit.
You can leave a voice message on Anchor and possibly be included in an upcoming episode. Tell us how much you like it or if you think it sucks.
Leave me a name and number after the beep.
Go to our Facebook page link on Anchor.
You know you like me.
You can also hear us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more.
You know me. I'm on all the platties, dawg.